What's up, guys? My name is JDCut5 and welcome to the review where Chelsea battered Aston Villa in a 3-0 victory at Stamford Bridge in the 1:30 kickoff. Before we get into the actual review itself, it'd be much appreciated if you haven't done so already to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification button. Thank you so much of support of the recent video. Let's see if we can do even better than that and smash that like and subscribe button. Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. Dare I say it? Chelsea are back. It's just so exciting to even watch us play football, in fairness. It's just seems to be that we've got our mojo back, and it's really, really happy to be able to see what we can do as a club and so on. The game started at a decent pace, in fairness. It was quite a quick game. We seemed to dominate a lot of possession, and the first shot of the game was all about being able to score it, and it seemed to be that was the case. Really, really happy, to be honest, and just I'm so happy that we're able to start games nice and quickly, and it seems to be that Nicholas Jackson's on the front of all of that. A lovely tidy finish in off the post to be able to beat Emi Martinez. Kind of all started where Cucurella won the ball ahead of Jaden Philogien, I'm pretty right if I'm saying, with a strong challenge. Players wanted the free kick, but there was nothing about that whatsoever as Chelsea seemed to carry on and go on with the play. He picked out his striker, Nicholas Jackson, and he was able to put it home there. So a really good start into the half, and I was really happy the way we started, in fairness, because Aston Villa are a good side at the end of the day. They're no mugs in terms of what they've been able to do in English football and so on, and they've been really on the up. Aston Villa's first chance fell to Ollie Watkins, where he kind of had it all for himself. He was one-on-one with the keeper. I mean, you had any sort of player that you'd want to fall to it in the Aston Villa side, and you'd think it would be Ollie Watkins, and it was at the time, but unfortunately he was not able to be able to kind of score on that particular occasion. He done really well to beat Wes Stefano. He did the hard bit, he just couldn't do the easy bit. Simple save for Robert Sanchez in the end. He was able to kind of go down to it with a real smart block, it has to be said. But yeah, we had a big chance after that one where we had a chance but to extend it after Emi Martinez did touch the ball after having a pass back from Pau Torres, which was then for an indirect free kick, but unfortunately nothing was being able to do that as Cole Palmer thundered strike towards Martinez, where he was able to make the save. And then even again after that, Martinez made a real poor mistake, seeming to have it to give the ball away, and we could have nearly made the most of that. So it had a few mad moments within that game, but the dominance was really clear. Possession-wise, pass-wise, the pace of the game, what we wanted to do, the chances, everything else, it really seemed to be clear that we was on top of things, and that's for sure. And that kind of resulted in Enzo Fernandez getting a superb finish in the 36-minute mark. Absolutely thunderstrike, and it seems to be that he has found his shooting boots thanks to the assist of Cole Palmer. So we've really, really done well, and it was just a slick pass in the end to Enzo Fernandez, and he finished it so perfectly past the fellow Argentine Emi Martinez. They did create another chance just before the half-time whistle. Again, Ollie Watkins, but a simple save for Sanchez to be able to go into the break 2-0 up at that point in time. So yeah, we had a really, really good first half. Second half, I thought like we started slightly slower. Sanchez was forced into action, but at that point as well, Emi Martinez had gone off the field for Rob Olsen. Seemed to have copped a knock in the first half and is not happy in the second, so he did go off just before the second half commenced. But yeah, they did have a few chances, Aston Villa. They started to grab hold of the game. They had a bit more possession, few chances, fans behind them. You maybe have thought if the kind of the tempo were to be continued that Villa could really get themselves back into the game and cause a threat for Chelsea. But that didn't really seem to be the case, and the tempo kind of fizzled out near to the end. But that wasn't until Cole Palmer had a special strike just on the outside of the area, nestling into the top corner to be able to get the third and final goal in the 83rd minute, thanks to the efforts of Noni Madueke getting the assist after coming off the bench. But a really, really good day for us, in fairness. Villa dropped to 12th. Their form is just absolutely dwindling. It's really surprising to see, to be honest, and I'm not too sure if a few question marks are going to be lying over the head of Unai Emery. As I'm talking now, Liverpool are currently beating Man City, so I can only assume we will cement our place in third. So we are third at the moment. We're a fair while off of Liverpool with 9 points clear of us at the moment. But at the same time, looking at the table, we're doing really well. We've matched the record of Arsenal at the moment. Played 13, won 7, drew through, lost 2. So not too bad whatsoever. Currently sitting on 25 points, level on goal difference with Arsenal at the same. So in terms of that, we finished the weekend off really highly, going on to the prospect of them playing Southampton on Wednesday and potentially doing it again. The only matters that I'd mention is Wesley Fofana went off injured. I'm not too sure to know the actual depths of that at the moment. They have mentioned his hamstring. Whether that's bad or good, I'm not really too sure. But he did have to leave the field with Benoit Badiashile. But overall, a total domination. 64% possession compared to their 36. 17 shots compared to their 10. 619 passes compared to their 347. I mean, it just goes on in terms of the domination we really had. And we made Villa look really, really poor today. But let's get into the lineup and let's talk about all the players that did play today against Aston Villa. So this was the lineup. Robert Sanchez in goal. I wasn't too sure if Jorgensen might start after that emphatic performance against Heidenheim, but it's clear to see that Sanchez cements his fold in the Premier League sort of side. And he had a really good game in fairness. I couldn't really fault him. His distribution was 10 times better. I think he actually only made one mistake today where he looked to pass it out and he went for a throw-in, but overall, I thought his distribution was pretty key, and there was one moment in the first half where he's pinging the ball to Nicholas Jackson, and it's in their half, and he's actually created an attacking opportunity. I'd like to see that more of him, and I feel like it was a little bit more safer from his sort of perspective, and that was really, really nice to see. Cucurella on the left-hand side, I mean, this boy is a man, he's unreal. Ever since the Euros, and ever since the end of last season, this man is just transformed into a real key figure for this side. There's nothing he can't do. One-on-ones, there's so many times where he would have to kind of jockey the player in front of him to be able to see if he can get the ball, and he'd be winning it. Headers, interceptions, going forward, passing, trying to do as much as he can, and it is just absolute sublime. So an 8.7 for Marc Cucurella today. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and one of the real kind of key standout players on the pitch today. Wesley Fofana, only a 6.5 for me. He was quite solid in a few challenges, but at the same time he did make a few mistakes by falling over and allowing the Villa attackers to be able to kind of home in on that moment in time. He did have a moment in the second half where he seemed to fall over the ball, and that's when he did get put off in the end for Benoit Badiashile. It's unlucky to see because Wes and Colwill have really cemented themselves within the fold, and I would say it's just been really unlucky that unfortunately he's come out on this one with an injury, and it's just, we'll just have to wait and see on that particular aspect. Levi Colwill, I would say it's 7.0 rating. I thought he was really, really solid today. Couldn't really fault him whatsoever. His positioning was good. His interceptions were good. I find him sometimes a little bit harsh in moments to be able to kind of go forward and kind of lunge into the challenge, but at the same time, I couldn't really fault. Had a really good block at one point to deny goal-bound Ross Barkley from the header from like a goal line clearance. So, yeah, really, really happy with his performance. Moises Caicedo, a 7.5 rating today. I wasn't too sure on the lineup because obviously where we had it where we were obviously not having a full wing back, so we've played the three midfielders in Caicedo, Lavia and Enzo, but Caicedo again, I mean, what a player he is. I wish we paid 300 million for him because he's superb, absolutely superb. He just doesn't give up whatsoever. 7.5 for Moises today, that man in the middle of the pitch, and for him to be able to kind of go to that wing back role at the same time and they all alternate between themselves, I thought was just absolutely sublime. So really good performance from Moises today. Moving forward to the midfield, Enzo Fernandez. I mean, what he's got into him as of late. A fabulous finish before the half-time whistle, and he just looks a different player. He looks an absolute different player. He's got a lot of fight in him. He's got a lot of passion in him, chasing every ball, looking really smart and really kind of fit in his own game himself. I really like this Enzo Fernandez, and I hope it continues because this really believes of what we've actually signed, because I don't feel like we've seen the pure potential of what he could bring to this club, and I really do believe games like that and games against Leicester, if he can continue it, then there's no reason why he shouldn't have a solid place in the team himself. Really, really good performance from Enzo today, and same for Romeo Lavia, partnered well with Enzo Fernandez, did really well to win the ball back to be able to have that goal for Fernandez initially, but he did so well in the middle once again. I just feel like that we've got a few midfielders now that are really kind of clicked into what they need to do and how they need to perform, and it's really clear to see, in fairness. And once again, interceptions, challenges, he was there, he was on it, and that was what I really like to see from Romeo Lavia. So 7.3 for Lavia. Moving forward to our attacking options today, we had Jadon Sancho start another game after coming off of 2 assists against Heidenheim in the Conference League. I would have thought he'd perform a little bit better. I'd give him a 6.5. Purely, he did get involved in the opening goal. just a few moments where he could have had his finishing a little bit more sharper. I feel like we could really do with a Jadon Sancho goal, in fairness. He's had a lot of assists. I cannot fault his performances as of late because I feel like he's been a great addition to the side. Just could do with kind of updating his finishing. Pedro Neto on the right-hand side, 6.5 rating. Didn't really do enough. He was bright. He was really apparent to what he wanted to do on the pitch, but at the same time, I just didn't really think he was at the races today compared to what we have seen in previous times. Cole Palmer, wow, just wow. He just gets better and better and better. 1 assist, 1 goal today. Quite for some points, but he's passing and everything else, and that role suits him so much to a T because he's not a winger whatsoever. He's definitely that sort of creative player within that midfield that pings balls left, right and centre, being able to drag the play, being able to sit deep and go forward, being able to create an assist, be able to have a goal. There's just nothing he can't do, and that's what I love about his game, and that's what makes him so special to watch at the same time. Faultless today, and a real good performance, and in my opinion, man of the match. And then Nicholas Jackson, an 8.6 rating, a tremendous finish in the 7th minute, and the form that he's in as of late. 8 goals in the Premier League so far. I got laughed at when I mentioned he'd get 20 goals a season. So only 12 to go, and that will silence a few people, shall we say? But yeah, really happy with his performance. He could have had another one in the second half where he looked to take it round Rob Olsen, but he didn't really seem to make his mind up as quick as what he needed to do so. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to convert. But yeah, had a really good game, that is for sure. In terms of the substitutions, Badiashile came on for Fana for half an hour. He got a good run out. Did pretty well. Won his duels, did what he needed to do. Nothing special, but at the same time did what he needed to do. Christopher Nkunku couldn't get involved too much. He had 20 minutes to play. Did nearly have a chance right near the end where he could have converted to make it 4, but wasn't to be. And Noni Madueke came on for Jadon Sancho also at the 70th, where he was able to assist Cole Palmer 13 minutes later. And the last 2 substitutions were Malo Gusto and João Felix, where they came on for the final 5. But yeah, a really good performance and a professional performance all round, and I'm not too sure if I'm speaking for every Chelsea fan here, but I'm excited to watch this every time now, and it's really nice. And that's not just because we're winning, because we've had games this season where we've drew, and I've actually enjoyed the game that we've played. So I feel like there's a real buzz back at the Bridge, and I feel like there's something that we could really build on to be able to kind of be a dark horse. Keep doing what we're doing. Just let everyone else talk about Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, whoever it is at this moment in time, and we'll just keep doing our job and kind of keep cracking on and getting the results we need. Next game is Southampton, so we'll see a review on for after the game, and then a preview on the Tuesday. And that is it for this one. Chelsea get the big 3 points. We round off the weekend on a massive high, and we send Villa home very doom and gloom, that is for sure. But that is it for this review. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.